They told you Santa Claus was just a Christmas myth. But what if I told you his story began with a real man, one who risked everything to save 3 innocent girls? This isn't the Santa story you grew up with. Welcome, my beautiful family and friends. This is where history's greatest legends come alive. If you love uncovering the real stories behind the myths, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and join our community of story seekers. Because today, we're diving into one of the most heartwarming and surprising tales of all time, the true story of Santa Claus. Everyone knows Santa Claus, the jolly old man in red who brings joy every Christmas. But what if I told you? Santa's story began over 1,700 years ago, with a secret act of kindness that changed the world forever. Our story starts in the ancient Roman Empire, where a boy named Nicholas was born into a wealthy Christian family. While others flaunted their riches, Nicholas had something different, a heart full of compassion. He believed his wealth wasn't meant for luxury, but for love. One night, Nicholas heard about a poor man with 3 daughters. The man couldn't afford dowries, and his daughters were about to be sold into slavery. Nicholas couldn't stand by and watch. So, under the cover of darkness, he crept to their small, crumbling home, and quietly tossed 3 bags of gold through the window. When morning came, the family woke to find their lives forever changed. That secret act of kindness spread like wildfire, and the legend of Saint Nicholas, the protector of the poor and the giver of gifts, was born. As Christianity spread across Europe, so did his story. In Germany, France, and Eastern Europe, children began receiving gifts on December 6th, the feast day of Saint Nicholas. In some regions, he rode a majestic white horse. In others, he appeared as a bishop, dressed in red robes and carrying a golden staff. But the biggest transformation happened in the Netherlands. There his name was shortened to Sinterklaas, and every year, children eagerly awaited his arrival by boat, bringing joy, sweets, and presents. When Dutch settlers arrived in New York in the 1600s, they brought the tradition of Sinterklaas with them. Over time, his name evolved, and by the 1800s, Americans knew him as Santa Claus. Writers and artists reimagined him for a new world. Washington Irving made him fly through the night sky, and Clement Clarke Moore's famous poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" gave us the Santa we know, the sleigh, the chimney, and the reindeer. Then came the 1930s, and a company called Coca-Cola wanted to bring warmth to their winter ads. They didn't invent Santa, but they did paint him in a way no one had before, round, rosy, jolly, and dressed in bright red. That image stuck, and soon, Santa became a global icon of joy and generosity. From a humble boy in ancient Rome, to a saint who inspired generations, to the smiling symbol of Christmas we see today, Santa Claus isn't just a character. He's proof that one small act of kindness can echo through time. So this Christmas, when you see Santa in the mall, on your screen, or under the tree, remember, it all started with a young man who chose to give, not for fame, but out of love. Because real magic isn't found in the sleigh, or the presents, or even the North Pole, it's found in the simple act of giving. Studio microphone. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold legends from history.